All right, I want to do a little short video going over the stitches that I showed you on Saturday and adding in a few stitches that we're going to learn this coming Saturday. So we'll start off by doing the yarn over, which is basically when you working with your yarn to the back for knitting, you bring it up between the two needles and then back over the top of the right hand needle and knit, which creates a little bit of a hole in your work. Up over, yarn over, and knit. Now this is considered an increase. It makes a little eyelet. It's one of your basic stitches in lace knitting and is usually followed by some kind of decrease. And we're going to follow it by a knit two together, which is used in the Ram Island shawl. So we're going to yarn over and then knit two together, yarn over, knit two together. That way, when you have the yarn over and then the decrease of knit two together, you're keeping the same stitch count on your row. Now, while we're doing yarn overs and a decrease, something we're gonna learn on Saturday is how to do this when we're purling. So when a yarn over looks like this, when we're doing the knit yarn over, so it's just kind of over the top of your needle, your right hand needle. But with a yarn over and then purl two together, you start with your yarn to the front, like you do when you purl, and when you yarn over, you're going to bring it around and then back to the front. So it's more of an enclosed loop around your needle. And then you purl two together. All the way around, yarn over, and then purl two together. Same idea, just the yarn is in the front and you wrap it around the needle a little more. So we'll finish this row and then I'll turn it around and I will show you, I will go over the make ones. There's two different ones on the sheet that I showed you that I passed out in class. There's the make one left, which we use in the Ram Island shawl, and the make one right. So I'm going to show you how to do both of those. So the one in the shawl, I'll knit a couple here, is make one left. So this creates your decreases to show up so the stitches are leaning to the left, and you'll see that usually in a pattern you will see it M1L, which is make one left. So you have a little bar that's between your two stitches. You got this stitch and this stitch, and you've got a little bar between the two. So make one left is you go from front, the tip of this needle goes through the front to the back, and then you're going to knit it through the back loop. So front to back, knit through the back. And you know, even sometimes I have to look and try to remember which is which. So don't feel bad if you have to do that every time. Let me get by these eyelets. Probably going to have to knit across this row and get past all the eyelets because the bars don't show up very well when you have an eyelet like that. So this is a good lesson. Remember how you come to your yarn over, you're going to treat it just like a regular stitch and knit it. So I'll knit back across this row so we can and show you the make one lefts and the make one rights. All right, that should be better. Okay, I'll knit a couple. All right, we've got this bar, so we go through the front, and we're gonna knit through the back. Okay, knit one. We still got all these eyelets that's causing problems. I mean, you can do it, but it's not as easy for you to see clear cut what the bar looks like between the two stitches. So we'll just get knitting across here, and then coming back you should be a clearer view of that strand of yarn that connects the two stitches. The one stitch that's on your right needle and the other stitch that's on your left needle. Okay, let's see if this makes it clearer for you. Knit a couple. Okay, there's the bar. Pick up the bar front to back. Knit through the back loop. There's the bar. There, see that right there? That strand that connects from this stitch to this stitch through the front. Take the tip of your needle, go through the front to the back and pick it up onto your left needle. Take your right needle and knit through the back loop. And what that does is that kind of twists that stitch so that it doesn't leave a hole, so your increase will blend a little better. So then the make one right, all right, there's the bar. You're going to go from back, come through the back and pick it up, and then you're going to knit through the front, if I can, which is like a normal knit stitch. And that's the only difference. So the left, make one left, you go pick up from front to back and knit through the back. Make one right, you go from back to front and knit through the front. That's the difference. And that will create your stitches to lean one to the right and the other one will lean to the left. And this is important when you're making mittens and socks. Sometimes garments, when they want you know, a line of decreases to be seen going and slanting in a certain direction. So I'm going to stop right here because I've met the limit on the amount of minutes that they'll let me upload, and I will continue on with a few more stitches to show you that will be taught to you this Saturday.